Young people just want content that is for them and by them, and that is churned for their consumption. And it doesn't have to be showbiz, it doesn't have to be music, it doesn't have to be art. Young people are not just artsy and creative, that's a phenomenal thing. But young people are thinkers, young people are innovators, young people want to run their country.
I really enjoy being a director of AFIDEP, I have to tell you, because this business of making evidence matter to influence policy about these sorts of issues is very worthwhile, it's very uplifting. And today we're here to look particularly at how the media deals with all of this.
Media is the only business, you can say it's the only business that has got both a top line and a bottom line. But the top line should be more important so that it dictates the bottom line. What I mean is that, and that's why the media is referred to as the fourth estate, that's after government, the executive, the judiciary. It is given a special place because it draws its power from the public. It's supposed to be first and foremost the public watchdog.
When you watch someone like Richard Quest, he's about business. When you watch Christiana Mampo, she's about agenda. So I feel that we need to kind of diversify because there are many consumers. There are people who want entertainment only. There are people who want to listen to agenda. There are people who are artistic. Because looking back last year, when we were watching news, the only thing we saw was, 24-hour coverage of elections, and people got tired of it. And it's because you can't switch to something that is really relevant to you.
Now, when it comes to the role of media, which programs do they have, especially that target persons with disability, and especially persons with intellectual disability?
One thing we must also appreciate is that the media is part of the society that we have. Journalists also are Kenyans. They also live in the society we live in. So if we have issues that nobody wants to talk about, then we having too much expectations in the media.
We are not expecting media to fix things in society, we're expecting them to highlight so that they can be fixed by responsible people who need to fix these things. We're expecting media to not just educate, but give a way of how it should be done. These are the things I'm expecting from media. We're not expecting media to fix society, we're expecting media to awaken society.
The youth are different. That's why good media should give you the values, the depth, the capacity to do what you have, not rather than boxing you into something. It must have that variety.
I don't like how the media assumes that when we do statistics about youth in Nairobi, then we know about the youth in Nakuru and we know about the youth in Kericho. So we probably need more collaborations. I wish media could be more open, getting to them has become so hard for the longest time, and now that there are specific individuals in this room who can actually push these agendas in boardrooms, we are only asking you guys to be a little bit friendly. We have ideas, we have programs, we have systems. We have so many people who can even fund some of these things out here, but they're afraid because they know the media. No.
The problem we have in Kenya is a disconnect between the role of media accurately and those who own it and those who run the media. That is actually the problem. We have come into media as owners, as editors, as whatnot, without understanding the role of media.
We are in a capitalist society where there is no shame when it comes to gathering and amassing wealth, and we encourage that to happen. So what we need is to hold our leaders accountable so that we can heavily invest in a public broadcaster that will do public work, to give the private sector driven media houses competition.
You've attended such a forum, evidence-based information has been tabled before you. Why can't you take it upon you, create content out of it? We have social media, Twitter, we have YouTube. Put something out there. The mainstream medium can learn one or two things from that as the youth. And they can be like, okay, this is what the youth want, as opposed to this. I believe citizen journalism can also be an alternative to mainstream media.
I think as youth, we like to say that, oh, we're not being given this, we're not being given that. But when we are being given content that is supposed to shape Kenya and to make us think differently, we don't use it for that. We use it to bash each other. Oh, the Kikuyus are so tribal, the Luos are so tribal, but then we don't do anything about that in the end, because it starts with us. In that piece, most of the people who are fighting were the youth, the people who threw stones, who are shot at were youth. And then it is us who refuse to change our perceptions and to do things differently. So I think with the few good things that we have, we should use them to shape our country as we continue advocating for the other things that we don't have, instead of bashing the things that we do have. And we have people who are doing good journalism. I think so. Thank you.
Socialization and media, I think it's important because it goes above and beyond just celebrating people who have who haven't earned the spot to be celebrated. So media has to work on that, because for us to set an agenda about who we want to emulate, what we're trying to build out of young people, we have to show them that there are younger people who are doing this. There are people even who are not just young, but people who've earned their place by doing the right thing, and that the right thing is celebratory.